Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast episode 677. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gash, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Yo.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hey, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to 677 of the Moviecast. So, guys, we have quick blitz of movie news here to go over. We have a lot on the game side. We have Game Awards, so stay tuned for that. But welcome. We are live on Twitch. I can tell you that right now because I can see the broadcast. Tuesday night, starting 8 o'clock. Please join us live. We can talk, have some questions during the podcast here. If you do miss these, please leave us, go over on YouTube there. All the content's there. Subscribe there. Let you know when we post things. It gives you the notifications. And leave us a comment over there. Love to hear from you guys. All right, guys. 677 Moviecast. What has been up? I have 2 episodes left on. I have two episodes left of Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I don't know what you guys are like. You guys are like crazy good about it. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Not just us.
Sure.
Not just us. Don't act like it's just us. The industry.
No, but I mean,
the entire industry is like, wow.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, Tony, to be fair, you thought the same way about Last of Us.
That's an adaptation.
And, no. I'm talking about the video game. It was okay. You said. I remember you talking about the okay video game. You don't understand the hype behind it.
I said it was like a little overrated.
I'm not
because I had already seen and read things like this.
I'm not even going out and saying this is overrated. I'm just
because
saying
this is hot off the heels of Walking Dead.
I don't know. This
is the road. Like, there's no hook.
For me, I'm watching. I'm like, it's fine. It's not hooking me at all, though. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna finish it. Like 2 episodes left now. But
okay. Well, you can go back to your Squid Game garbage afterwards.
The Harley. Oh wow. Ooh, you're like, man.
Yeah.
I cannot like something. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I'm just telling you can go back to your Squid Game stuff.
I'm not going back to that stuff. Well, maybe I'll finish it. Actually, I think I'm watching that with Amanda. So I told her that she might enjoy that a little bit. Maybe get her to watch the show.
I think it's probably maybe it's just the hype and the length of time.
No, maybe it's like look. Yeah, I mean, it looks phenomenal. I guess the story's pretty good.
The Harley Quinn don't have any invested like.
The Harley Quinn clone is nice. I guess she's entertaining. But
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say you're not like a League of Legends fan or know anything about League of Legends, so you don't have anything
I know
invested
zero
already.
I know zero about it. I know zero about League of Legends at all. Like I know nothing about the characters, the lore. That being said, there are moments where it's very good. Don't get me wrong. Like I have oh man, I got like when they do that great Netflix hook. So when by the time the episode ends, you're like, I got to start the next episode. But then by the middle of that episode, I'm like, That's the way it's been happening for me. Like I'm like,
okay.
Then I finished the episode 6, and I'm like, I gotta watch 7, but I'm like, I gotta do the podcast. So I got 2 left. Oh, no, there's 3 left. There's 7, 8, 9. There's 3 left episodes. There's 9 episodes. So, but
you're only 2/3 of the way through, and you're like, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not. You're giving me shit when I don't finish it. I'm just like I'm watching it.
It's been like 2 years, dude. 2 years.
But I'm watching it now, and I'm like, I'm on episode 6, and you're like,
2 years.
6?
When you're like, guys, you guys need to watch Stranger Things. I was like, all right, Jim said watch Stranger Things. I'll go watch Stranger Things.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair. When you guys are like, oh, Mass Effect 2 is fucking dope. You should hop on this. I was like, all right, I'll play fucking Mass Effect. So I don't want to hear this bullshit.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't like the show. Why is this?
No, but
he's 2/3 through. He should know if he likes it.
No, that's fine.
No, I'm not even faulting you guys for the hype. I'm not. I'm just because I do it myself. Like I did it last week of Blue Eyed Samurai. I just so I get it. I actually do get it. I just
that's fine. It's a two-way street when you're like, I'll give you guys a recommendation. Like, no, dude.
Yeah, for me this one just hasn't hooked.
That's fine.
I mean,
maybe, but again, you're only 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, it's not that. I'm not even gonna say it's not hooked. It's just not. I'm not like, I gotta finish this show. I don't have that drive.
Yeah, that's fine if you're like, whatever. You don't like it at the end of it, but to act like it's just me and Corey that's like hyping this up.
I'm not. Well, you guys have hyped it to me. And Churro here in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Churro, by the way, live. Churro obviously is shocked that I have, I guess, don't like it as well. But, so that's 3 of you out of the conversation pieces here. But I don't know. I'm just let me finish it, and I'll give you guys my full opinions afterwards. You're right.
And you're like, ooh, Andrew's really good. I was like, all right, dude, if you're saying it's really that good, I will watch it at the end of it. And I watched it, right?
Yes.
I didn't drag my feet for fucking 2 years.
Yeah.
I said at the end of it, if it's good, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
So, I've watched a lot of your shows you guys recommend, like Demon Souls. I got into that. I haven't gotten
Demon
back to it
Souls?
since I took a break.
Demon Souls. Demon Slayer.
Sorry. Wow. Sorry.
Demon
yes. Demon
Souls.
Slayer.
Wrong.
Demon Souls the game.
Wrong format.
Demon Slayer is the show. Yes. Demon Slayer I really got into, and I liked that all the way through the OVA. And then I haven't gone back to it since. But
That's fine, but that's a different thing. That's like an ongoing show.
No, but I'm saying I listen to you guys.
Right.
I take your opinions. I just, that's it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much for me. Christmas movies, stuff like that right now, the time of year. Tony, anything for you?
No.
That was a long no.
No, I thought I watched something, but then I was like, no, I guess I didn't.
Corey, did you get to the movies?
I did get to the movies.
Oh, I was hoping. How did you? What did you go see? First of all?
Godzilla?
Go ahead.
I saw Godzilla Minus One.
That's what I wanted
How
to
was
watch.
it?
I didn't get a chance to.
So
how was it?
no, Godzilla Minus One is for me it lives up to the hype, I guess, because people are hyping it up, and you never know when people hype things up, and so I was like, I gotta go and see this movie as well. This is Godzilla, and they do a great job with it, and so at first I'm like, this is like I didn't even know anything about it really, other than it's like takes place in like just like right after World War II. Essentially, that's the only thing I really knew about it. It wasn't like a modern day take. The newer Godzillas are like the American stuff, and so it starts off like I'm like, I don't know anything about the characters, and so it's this guy flying a plane, and you find out he's a kamikaze pilot who kind of abandons his post of being a kamikaze pilot because he doesn't want to, kill himself for no reason. And so he lands on this island, and then so you see Godzilla for the first time, and they do a really good job of like the special effects for
the budget
a small studio or something.
I think the budget was 15 million. I think 15 million for this movie, if I remember right.
That's ridiculous because the effects for this movie were fantastic for the amount of money they're spending on this, and they did a great job of making Godzilla, look scary. It's like kind of the T-Rex moment, in Jurassic Park in a way. But he's not big, right? He's not that big because they haven't. This is right around the war is still happening. He abandons post, and so this is right before the bombs go off and stuff.
Okay.
And so then it flashes forward a little bit, and he gets kind of caught up.
I think you're getting a little bit too plot heavy. Is this good or not? Like I want to watch this. You're getting like telling me the movie.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, I recommend go and see it. I just want to give you a background because like it follows this guy whose his whole thing is he kind of just abandons things. That's his whole thing. And so like you kind of during the movie I'm like, this guy, like, is he just gonna keep like running and stuff? But it's a matter of like, is he gonna learn a lesson or not? That's the kind of thing you gotta find out. And so it's interesting. You meet some new characters, obviously, and it's all about Godzilla and not like trying to bring in other monsters and other things like that to change it up or whatever. But they do a neat job of making it more about the character and surviving Godzilla and making Godzilla like actually something that's like terrifying. And that's like cool.
That's what they were going for. If you watch the original Godzilla movie, that's what they were going. I mean, obviously it's campy at this point because it's older, but that's what they were going for with the original Godzilla.
Yeah, it's just like how do you stop something like this? Like you don't have the technology to do it. You don't have you're not prepared for this thing, and that's they do here. But it's definitely a character study on people more so than the monsters. And because of that, obviously, I would recommend it. I think it will be up there as a movie of the year type stuff for you guys if you see it. I think Tony.
It had a 23% drop, so it had the best hold ever.
I mean, it's also not going to be in theaters very long. So
no, I think it's got one more week. Yeah. They keep extending it, but I believe they have one more week. So got another chance coming up. But I was hoping it makes it to my break. I'm hoping it makes it to my break, but we'll see.
What they do with the budget is awesome. But yeah, Godzilla looks awesome too, and he looks cool.
It's amazing. I know everybody says they raved about. I mean, I think it was between 15 and 25 the budget, so it's a matter of like it's unbelievable what they've managed.
Not even 15. I think
Oh,
it was
wasn't
the
it 15?
director went on record. He's like, I wish it was 15 or something.
Oh,
Like that.
okay. It was reported. I thought I reported 15, but for me that seems so low that I'm like it's gotta be like 25 at least. But
I'm sure with
we're not
marketing
even
and stuff,
close,
but like the actual film budget was very very paltry.
magic.
Which is like, how can you
This guy-
make that? You know.
This guy cemented his legacy with magic. Cool. All right.
Yeah, well, because of that, I was like on a monster kick, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this Monarch Legacy of Monsters thing on Apple TV as well.
Cool.
So I
How was
checked
it?
that out, and it's interesting because there's like a mystery for that. It's like, so there's the Titans, they call them, because there's all the different monsters that are in the
Yeah.
Godzilla universe, and so it does time jumps. So like you start in like this 70s or something, then you jump to the 40s, and you're in the 50s, and then you're in modern times. So you're jumping all over these different times because it's all about this family and their legacy, and the families that they, Kurt Russell's character, who's his son plays his younger version.
Oh,
in
Kurt
this-
Russell's in that? Interesting.
Yeah, so like his real life son plays the character as an older person, which is really neat. And so it's him and two scientists. They kind of have the first discovery of Godzilla monster Titans, and so then they create this organization, which then turns into other things, and then they have a kid, and then he has a kid, and all this other stuff that's going on. So it's just jumps around. So it's kind of like all over the place in the beginning of the first episode. I'm like, what is happening? Why are we over here? Why are we over there? What is all this?
Very anime style.
It's just all over the place because you're jumping from time, and so I was like completely lost in the beginning. But then after like this first episode, you kind of get the hang of it and you get used to it. And after that, it's like got a good hook where it's like, all right, the scientist's son is dead, and so then his kids are kind of trying to figure out a mystery about him, and then it's them, the grandkids, trying to figure out the father's stuff, and then the scientists back in the past, like discovering all these monsters, and just that the whole Monarch Legacy of Monsters, kind of the title of it, you see because it's just like a whole family history thing. So it's pretty interesting. I've been having a fun time with that.
Cool.
So I would recommend it too, because that has a higher budget than this Godzilla Minus One.
For
sure.
Oh,
An
yeah.
Apple show.
It's
Yeah.
an Apple
It's
show,
amazing
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, we'll see how long that sticks up because what was it? What was it? Something with the flowers on the moon or whatever. What was that movie that
Oh, the killer flower
Killer
movie.
yeah.
Flower killer
Yeah.
thing.
That was a
It's
big
$2 million
bomb.
movie.
Yeah, we didn't
But
talk
I wanna
about
see
that,
it.
but that
I
bombed
know.
fucking
Yeah.
horrendously.
It's got
Mhm.
good. It's got great critic scores. I want to see it.
It's,
Sure.
well, it's
Like,
an
yeah.
Oscar bait movie.
It is, but you got to see it. You know it's gonna be up for Best Picture. So,
I mean, I don't gotta see.
all right, Mike, what have you been watching? Anything good?
Nothing new. Just Jim Carrey Grinch in the background. That's it.
That's what I had on too. So it's a classic. So, no Die Hard yet for you?
No, not yet. It's hard to get that movie.
Yeah, I
It's-
know. Trust me.
it's nowhere.
I know. I'm trying to think if I have it in one of my catalogs someplace, but I know I own the disc of it, so I could probably use that
Yeah.
old-fashioned thing that you put into a drive. But
What is that?
yeah, but all right, let's get into some quick news here. Like we said, the box office was The Boy and the Heron, #1, 13 million. Surprising,
I
actually.
almost went to see that also. I
Yeah.
was like, do I just back
wanna
to
see
back
it.
this?
Yeah, I might do
That's
that.
very tempting.
I might do that this week.
Yeah, I want to see that, so it's gonna be interesting to see if I can squeeze that
Mhm.
in. I want to see Godzilla. I gotta find out when it's gonna leave. That's #3 at 8.6. The Hunger Games was #2 at 9.3. Not a huge box office, but it's the end of the year. Aquaman, I think, is opening. What's this? The 22nd Christmas week.
Christmas
I think
week.
it's open 22nd. Yeah, so that's opening, and that's about it. So we'll see.
You got time off though, right, Jim?
What's that?
You got time off pretty soon.
I do. Then I'm just hoping that Godzilla makes that. I start on the we start late this year because we go to I don't go back to work till January 8th.
Mm.
So yeah, so I'm like I got a lot of time, but I think I'm gonna miss the Godzilla window. That's what I'm hoping I get that.
Go on Saturday.
Yeah, it's tough though because I'm actually working like crazy right now. It's a busy season for me, and then I actually have a lot of diagnostic tests for my my breaking down body of being 42 years old. So I have a lot of stuff over the weekend scheduled for tests. But yeah, so I'll try to get to it, but we'll see. No, I don't know if I can get it this weekend. That's the problem. I want to. Maybe Sunday. Maybe I can squeeze it in like a Sunday matinee. I hope. All right.
Do it.
Let's go into some news real quick. We've got a couple things. Spider-Man Freshman Year is coming out next year now. They've announced that that's a Disney Plus animated show. It's going to be
looks
retitled.
completely different than what I thought they pitched it at, right? Like,
Same here. Same here.
I looked at it, I was like, this isn't what they
Well,
said years ago. Like, showed off years
They
ago.
retitled it.
Right,
Yeah, they
because it was
retitled
supposed to be about, like, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, right?
That's what I thought
like
it was.
year
Like,
one or
it's
something like that. Or
year
whatever.
one
I thought
Spider-Man.
that's what it was too. I mean,
I
maybe
think
we were
the-
just all assuming that, but I mean,
No, I think that's what they said, but now it's going to be in an alternate MCU timeline
Yeah.
called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, it's not Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which I thought this was like a story about him. Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
really thought it was.
well,
So-
if they were calling it freshman year, then probably would have been. But
Yeah,
since they
and-
changed it up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, whatever. Spider-Man. I guess we're overdue for a Spider-Man cartoon. I don't think
Yeah,
we've had one in a
Eyes
while.
Eyes of Wakanda's
No.
got announced as well, which is a Black Panther, like a historical, like a not a historical show, but like a showing the travels of Wakandans, like gathering all the stolen,
is it
like
Black Panther or is it
it's
just Wakandans?
it's Black Panther as well. So there's multiple stories. It looks like so we'll get like multiple stories, but them
Which Black
recovering.
Panther?
I don't know. That's what I don't know. But it's recovering the what is it? What's their stuff? Vibranium.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what they're out getting that. So, yeah. So that's
We have
happening.
Those two. We have X-Men
Twist-
97.
Yeah,
Next
X-Men
year.
97 next year. A lot of
And then
animated
What If
stuff.
Season 3.
And then what?
What If Season 3.
Yeah, What If Season 3 is next year as well.
A lot
So
of animated stuff. Is the Wakanda
Yeah.
thing animated?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, yeah.
animated show.
It's in all the animated stuff. Yeah.
Let's see other news. We've got some DC stuff. Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, has officially joined the DCU. He plays Pedro
Of course.
Pascal's character, Maxwell Lord. Pedro Pascal's older character, Maxwell Lord, from the previous DCEU, in the terrible Wonder Woman movie. But yeah, he's gonna play Maxwell Lord. Interesting. Did you see Zach Levi's like
Yeah, I posted it.
comments? Yeah, you did. I didn't post it on here, but what a baby. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man. Like I like that
He's a
guy, but
fucking
man, he is.
man-child.
Yeah, complaining about the fact. Oh, I guess it's nice to have a brother who runs DC to get your roles. I
Not
was like,
wrong.
holy crap. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah,
I think the guy
stuff
has
you don't
done
say,
pretty
though.
well. I think the guy has done pretty well in the roles he's been given. It's not like he's been terrible in his stuff.
Well, he was
And it's not
also
like
he was
Zach would-
he also skirted the actor strike earlier in the year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. He's an anti-vaxxer, so whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
Really, you're bringing all these things up about him.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a person, right?
Yeah, all right. Well,
It's fun. All right.
do whatever.
Uh,
all right.
Twisted Metal Season 2 announced. That was announced during the Game Awards, actually, by
Pleasant
Anthony Mackie.
surprise. Like it did
Yeah.
pretty well for Peacock, I think.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it did better than they thought it would.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
I was shocked to hear it was actually fun. I only watched the first episode. Of this. I have seen the first
was
episode.
fine.
So I have seen that, but we'll see. Now that I know it's getting a season 2, I'll definitely finish the season. That's the problem, like with these shows. It's like, oh, you got to watch them, make sure they get a second season. But there's so many times that you do watch them and they still don't get a second season. So I just don't want to time myself into stuff. Speaking of which, Blue Eye Samurai, which is the show I talked about last week, getting a second season. Netflix has greenlit it, which is very good because that is very like questionable with Netflix if they renew a show. So I'm very happy to hear, because especially the way that ended, I'm like, you better be bringing a second season, because I'm like, it does knock the show down if you don't. So it's but it's a very good show. I still recommend that like crazy, and happy to hear it's getting a second season.
Yeah, it means it was successful, and
Yeah, and again, it
Netflix-
follows that same
yeah.
awesome artwork style that you got with Arcane. It's got that same kind of similar artwork, the way the cell shaded, whatever they call that, 3D.
No, they
artwork.
literally painted it. That's
Oh, they
literally
painted
what
that?
did.
Oh,
They painted
okay.
Every
It's impressive.
every
It's so
single thing.
I
impressive.
highly recommend the Corridor Cruise episode on Arcane when you're done, because
Okay.
they talk about it, and they're like the little not shortcuts, but little like things they do to like help perspectives and all the different computer stuff that they use to help amplify, which all the beautiful hand painted stuff.
Okay, cool. All right, and that is pretty much it for the news this week for the movie side. Hey, if you guys had a chance yet, go check out Godzilla if you hadn't yet, because that's not going to be in theaters very long. And I'm glad. Thanks for tuning in once again. We're live on Twitch Tuesday nights. Stay tuned for the Gamecast, Game Awards stuff. Lots of stuff to go over with that. So stay tuned. We're on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels. That way you know when we go live or when we post. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the Gamecast.